Dominique, Nika, Nika, I will tell of Dominique, his goodness too.
They ruled the radio, topped the charts, captured the hearts of millions, and then vanished without a trace. But what really happened to these 1960s music wonders? Did they fall into obscurity? Did fame chew them up and spit them out? Stick around, because today we're peeling back the curtain on the top 10 one-hit wonders of the 1960s and where they are now. Let's find out. 10. Little Eva, the Loco-Motion. It started with a babysitter. Little Eva, real name Ava Boyd, was working as a nanny for Carole King and Jerry Goffin when she got her shot at fame. One night, King caught Eva dancing around the living room, completely carefree. Inspired, the songwriting duo penned the Loco-Motion just for her. The result? A #1 smash hit that had America dancing in kitchens, sock hops, and school gyms. Ava became a star overnight, but she wasn't ready for it. Record labels didn't offer her long-term support. She was underpaid, overworked, and eventually faded out of the spotlight. She returned to domestic work, raising 3 children and performing occasionally for small crowds. She died in 2003 from cervical cancer, largely forgotten by the industry she helped shake up. But her voice still echoes every time someone throws on the Loco-Motion and tries to remember the dance moves. 9. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky. He wasn't religious, he wasn't even spiritual, but Norman Greenbaum somehow created one of the most iconic gospel rock songs of all time in just 15 minutes. Inspired by cowboy movies and old-time religion, Spirit in the Sky mixed fuzz guitar with Sunday school vibes. It hit #1 in multiple countries, and suddenly this bearded, quirky Jewish musician was a global star. But he couldn't follow it up. His later albums flopped, and Norman left the spotlight. He moved to Northern California and became a goat farmer, living quietly off royalties from commercials, films, and TV shows that reused his one-hit wonder. Today, he still does the occasional interview or local show, but mostly he's at peace. The man who sang about death now lives a quiet, simple life among livestock. 8. Zager and Evans. In the year 2525.
In the year 2525.
This song was a sci-fi fever dream. Denny Zager and Rick Evans crafted a dystopian tale spanning over 1,000 years. Nuclear war, mind control, artificial wombs. Their song had it all. In the year 2525, rocketed to #1 on both sides of the Atlantic. It was bold, eerie, and unlike anything else on the radio. But that was the peak. Nothing else they recorded ever gained traction. Rick Evans disappeared from the public eye completely. Denny Zager went on to build custom guitars in Nebraska, where he runs a small, successful business to this day. As for the song, it resurfaces every now and then in pop culture, like a haunting warning from a past that imagined our future. 7. The Singing Nun, Dominique.
Dominique, Nika, Nika, I will tell of Dominique, his good.
Janine Deckers was never trying to be famous. She was just a Belgian nun who played guitar and wrote a little song about Saint Dominic. But Dominique became an international hit. Her soft voice and simple lyrics touched a chord across the globe. She became the Singing Nun, did TV shows, tours, and even got a biopic. But the church wasn't thrilled. They disapproved of her celebrity status. Struggling with depression, identity, and financial issues, she eventually left the convent. She recorded a few more songs, even one supporting birth control, which tanked her career further. In 1985, Janine and her partner committed suicide together, leaving behind a note blaming the tax authorities. The nun with the angelic voice met a tragic, silent end. Year 6, the Castaways, Liar, Liar. They were teenagers, literally. The Castaways came out of Minnesota with a garage rock banger called Liar, Liar. It had a falsetto that could shatter glass, and a rhythm that felt like teenage rebellion in audio form. They made TV appearances, played shows, and tasted fame. but their follow-up tracks never landed. One member went on to become a dentist, another worked in music retail. They kept performing locally under various versions of the name, but national fame had come and gone like a summer fling. Still, Liar, Liar remains a favorite of retro DJs and soundtrack producers everywhere. On 5, Barry Maguire, Eve of Destruction. The 60s were a powder keg, and Barry Maguire lit the fuse. Eve of Destruction was a grim, protest anthem about war, civil rights, and nuclear annihilation. It became a #1 hit and scared the pants off radio stations and parents. Barry became the poster boy for counterculture angst. But America moved on quickly to more upbeat tunes. His later work flopped. Disillusioned, Maguire turned to Christianity and began recording gospel music. He lived a quiet life, occasionally touring faith-based venues. His one hit remains a chilling snapshot of a turbulent time, and a reminder that not every chart topper was meant to make you dance. 4. The Archies, Sugar, Sugar.
Sugar, sugar.
A fictional band, a cartoon. Sugar, Sugar was recorded by studio musicians pretending to be the Archie Comics gang. But the song was so catchy it became Billboard's top single of 1969. Ron Dante was the real voice behind the track. He later produced for Barry Manilow and sang countless commercial jingles. But the Archies, they never existed. No concerts, no drama, just bubblegum pop perfection. To this day, it's a reminder that sometimes the music industry's biggest tricks come in animated form. 3, Shocking Blue, Venus. Before Bananarama, there was Mariska Veres. She fronted Dutch band Shocking Blue, and her smoky, sultry voice made Venus a hit around the world. They had some success in Europe, but the US only embraced Venus. Once. Briefly. Mariska had a brief solo career, but eventually faded from the limelight. She died of cancer in 2006. Still, the original Venus has a raw power that covers Can't Quite Touch. It's lightning in a bottle. 2, Bobby Boris Pickett, Monster Mash.
It is the Monster Mash from my laboratory in the Castle East.
He was an aspiring actor who loved doing impressions. One night, Bobby Pickett mashed together a Boris Karloff impersonation with a Halloween-themed doo-wop jam. It was goofy, spooky, and wildly original. Monster Mash hit #1 and became a seasonal favorite, but Bobby never managed another hit. He spent his life embracing his Halloween fame, doing novelty shows, TV appearances, and even political parodies. Every October, he came alive again, and then went back into the coffin until the next year. 1, Percy Sledge, When a Man Loves a Woman. Percy Sledge had never written a song, but when his girlfriend left him, he poured his heart out in the studio. That raw emotion became one of the most iconic soul ballads of all time. He gave songwriting credit to his bandmates as a thank you gesture. It cost him millions in royalties. Still, he kept singing, playing small clubs, appearing at Oldies festivals. His voice aged, but the passion never did. When he died in 2015, he left behind a legacy far bigger than a one-hit wonder. Because when a man loves a woman and sings like that, the world listens. So, what did we learn? Sometimes one song is all it takes. One perfect storm of melody, timing, and luck. Some faded into obscurity, some lived off their legacy, some paid the price of fame. Others never wanted it to begin with, but they all left behind a mark. Which one-hit wonder hit you hardest? Let us know in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more music mysteries. Until next time, keep your ears open and your vinyl spinning.